Hello. What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching a film that my girlfriend has been wanting me to watch. She's been wanting to show me this film for damn near our whole relationship. Like, right when we first started dating, she brought this movie up to me. I'd never heard of it, and it was always in the back of my head of like, oh yeah, she wants to watch that, or we gotta eventually watch it. And just now, years later, finally watched the Poughkeepsie tapes. The Poughkeepsie tapes is a 2007 film. I don't know how to describe it, especially initially. I thought it was a documentary. It's directed by John Eric Doidle, or Dowdle, however you pronounce it. And the film follows the police who find tapes that were made by a serial killer who killed was 9 or more people in the Poughkeepsie area, and he recorded a lot, if not all, of his conquests. And so we're basically watching the tapes that he's done. We're seeing the investigation of the police as they try to find this sicko. And yeah, the movie is very disturbing. The movie's very fucked up. The movie was hard to watch. I will admit that. This is somebody who, I'm not claiming to be a horror aficionado, or I'm not saying I'm the toughest when it comes to horror movies, but I feel like I've built up a certain amount of tolerance watching horror movies that not a lot of films get to me, but this got to me. It didn't help that while watching it the whole time for the hour and a half, I thought it was a real documentary, and I thought this was real footage that we were watching of these people being tortured and killed and brutally just psychologically fucked with. And so that didn't help. I think almost if you go into this movie thinking it's real, it will make it even worse, which is probably what led to it. But even if you, because I had to look up after the fact, because I was fascinated by the killer and how he wasn't caught and how he was evaded by the police and how the police at some point get the wrong person and just so much stuff that I looked it up, and then that's when I realized, oh, this is a fictional story. This is just somebody who made a really messed up horror film with a low budget, but they shot this in a way, turned the story into a documentary-like thing just to make it more effective, make it more realistic. And it works. Sure, maybe it lessens the blow as far as how scary it was, but it made me, I guess, appreciate how this was put together, appreciate how it made it feel like real and made it feel like this was something that could have been real. There were a couple points during the movie that made me think, okay, maybe this isn't real, just in the sense of how the killer had his camera. Even if he put it down at some point to go after somebody, he always had it at the perfect angle to catch everything. And so that's when I was like, well, wait, if this is real, then that's awfully convenient, or just really lucky that he was able to catch these angles, or even how he staged some angles in the midst of, being able to catch things in the background or catch him creeping up on somebody. So that type of stuff, yeah, it did feel a little staged, but the vibe of it, the tone of it, the acting from the victims, that was enough to make me think, okay, maybe this is real. The killer himself, him having this motif of the mask and how he goes after women, how he tortures them, rapes them, usually after they're dead, but sometimes, he goes after kids, and just it's terrible, it's gross. It's not something that I would be so quick to recommend or to say, oh yeah, you gotta watch the Poughkeepsie tapes because it's such a fun watch. No, but if you're fascinated by this type of stuff, if you're already interested in true crimes, I know this isn't real, but you can go along with it and you can sort of just indulge yourself, pretend like it's real, just to kind of get in that headspace of, man, this is really effed up, if it was. So yeah, I guess in that sense, it was made well, and it was written well, it was acted well, it was put together well. But as far as the subject matter goes, it is hard, especially with the one girl that he kidnaps and he tortures, and he doesn't kill her. He brainwashes her to be his loyal slave, and just seeing her go down that path and what ends up with her is so sad. This movie is going to depress you, At least it did with me. If it doesn't depress you, then I might be worried a little bit. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you have already seen the Poughkeepsie tapes, if you somehow came across it. This movie's not that well known, it's not that much talked about. But if you have seen it, what do you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Are you a sick fuck? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!